A 6-month-long missing persons case is now a murder investigation. State Patrol puts tech to use keeping you sober on the roads this holiday season, and police are called to a Woodland Walmart on a mission of holiday cheer. I'm Chris Brown, and this is Clark County Today. Well, months of anguish for the family of a transgender Vancouver teen ended in heartbreak this week and an arrest for murder.
Detectives were eventually able to contact Mr. Bogdanov. He confirmed in a meeting with him that he had picked Nicky up at the apartment that morning. David and Nicky went to a residence in the county, and at this time, David says Nicky told him that she was biologically male. David gave a statement that made him really, really uncomfortable and disturbed him, and he asked Nicky to get out of his van, and she walked away. According to David, that was the last time she was seen.
But the story that eventually emerged about what really happened to Nicky Kuhnhausen, who was born Nikolas but identified as female, was much darker. Earlier this month, 6 months nearly to the day since she went missing, a hiker discovered a skull near a logging road on Launchpad Mountain in East Clark County.
Conducted an extensive search of the area over 2 days and collected a number of items of evidence and human remains. Over the next week, analysis was done on those items along with the forensic examination of the remains, and with that information we were able to confirm the remains to be Nicky Kuhnhausen.
25-year-old David Bogdanov refused a second interview with police and was arrested Tuesday on a charge of second-degree murder. He was arraigned Wednesday and is being held with no bail pending a hearing in 2 weeks. Police believe Bogdanov strangled Kuhnhausen, then dumped the body in East Clark County, based on phone records placing him in the area on the day of her disappearance. They also have concerns his brothers may have known more than they let on.
That's obviously part of the investigation that's still ongoing. The conflicting statements certainly raised some concern about who knew what and when they knew it. So that part of the investigation is still ongoing, and I'll leave it at that.
There's still a lot of follow-up to do.
Kuhnhausen's family is holding a memorial service later today at Vancouver United Church of Christ. An atmospheric river coming off the South Pacific is taking aim at the northwest and could lead to torrential rain and potential flooding this weekend. The National Weather Service in Portland says up to 5 inches of rain could fall in parts of Clark County through Saturday. A flood watch is in effect through 10 p.m. on Saturday, and that means some localized flooding is possible or spotty power outages with these gusty winds, but area rivers are expected to stay below flood stage. Washington State Patrol, along with the Clark County Sheriff's Office and other area law enforcement, put on an enhanced patrol Thursday night to catch people driving under the influence. They're doing that through the holidays, but last night they had the help of the Mobile Impaired Driving Unit, a 37-foot Winnebago motorhome retrofitted to assist in quickly processing DUI suspects while the cops go out looking for more people breaking the law. During a similar patrol last year, 20 people were processed in the MIDU. Last night, members of the community were also invited to Evergreen High School to hear from an expert panel about teens and underage drinking. Be sure to watch for the full story soon at clarkcountytoday.com. The Community-Based Surface Mining Overlay Committee met again last night. The group, which was formed to look into the Yacolt Mountain quarry, now includes members from the community around Livingston Mountain. The discussion at Thursday's meeting centered largely around the recent release of EPA results on testing for harmful substances at Yacolt Mountain. Those tests revealed no toxic materials, but EPA officials were unable to attend last night's meeting as previously scheduled. The latter half of the evening focused on subjects ranging from the group's email privacy policy to truck traffic updates from the new code enforcement officer, and the desire from neighbors for practice changes at both Mountaintop and Livingston Mountain. The next meeting is set for February 20th and will include a more robust discussion of Livingston Mountain concerns. Well, last weekend, some 200 children received the gift of gifts while shopping with law enforcement officers in Woodland for their annual Shop with a Cop event. Jacob Graneman has the story.
More than 50 law enforcement officers from agencies across the region banded together for the 9th annual Shop with a Cop last weekend in Woodland. more than 200 children received $100 of Christmas presents and had the opportunity to shop through the store with an officer. The Woodland Walmart was filled with smiling faces and excited officers, many moms and dads themselves. The event grows in size each year and served the highest number of children and their families this year that they ever have. Donations from local businesses pay for the program, and each officer donates his or her time. The event grows in size each year and served the highest number of children and their families this year that they ever have. For each one, they say it's more than worth it. The smiles are enough.
This is our 9th annual Shop with a Cop event. When we started back in 2010, we had about 38 kids. This year we had 205 kids. I think the biggest highlight is the support from the community. We've had a lot more community businesses and actually private people donating to the event, which allows us to expand the number to where we are today.
For Clark County Today, I'm Jacob Graneman.
All right, thanks, Jacob. The Downtown Vancouver Launchpad Competition, hosted by the nonprofit Vancouver Downtown Association, is now accepting applications from members of the regional community who have new and exciting business ideas. The winner will receive all the resources needed to open in the Couve, a reward package worth $40,000, and potentially 6 months of free rent are among those resources. It's like a nonprofit doing Shark Tank, said VDA Executive Director Michael Walker, adding that preference will be given to ideas that are new and innovative. Applications are available online and are open through midnight on January 31st. Hey, just a quick reminder, if you're looking for stuff happening this weekend and on through the Christmas holiday, be sure to check out our community events calendar at clarkcountytoday.com. It's chock full of fun ideas, and you can even submit your own events to be included if they're not already on there. Now it's time to check in with Paul Valencia for the Week in Sports.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hey, this week in sports, it was signing day. Yep, local high school football players got to sign letters of intent to play college football. Now, not everyone signed, and there's going to be a lot more signings in February, which is more the traditional signing day. But in the last couple of years, signing day moved up to December, the early signing period for football. Sawyer Racanelli of Hawkinson's going to the University of Washington. Caden Stephen of Camas is going to USC. Those were the big names that signed. A couple others signed here and there. You can take a look on clarkcountytoday.com to see who signed where. Also, the Union Titans basketball team, the boys basketball team, off to a 7-0 start. 5 of those games have gone to running clock. They are on a roll, looking to get back to the Tacoma Dome, but this year they want to do more than just get to the Dome. Hey, speaking of boys basketball, Evergreen Plainsmen off to a 5-1 start, and that included 4 wins over 4 Class 4A programs. Evergreen has 6 players on its varsity roster who played football in the fall. So Evergreen football was a surprise playoff team, and now they're a surprise 5-1 in basketball.
All right, thank you, Paul. And there's your quick check of the top stories this week at clarkcountytoday.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see when stories are posted and be part of the conversation. You can also send your story ideas and tips via email to news@clarkcountytoday.com. For all of us at Clark County Today, I'm Chris Brown. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great weekend and a Merry Christmas.